share it somewhere else.
Is it live now?
This is on live. It's already started.
All right, cool.
Let's see. Oh, that's good, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
So we have to check over, like your hands from there, because otherwise it shakes.
Well, my notes. What about my notes?
You can do that.
Oh, look, we got some people.
If the people will join eventually, no problem. Okay, assalamu alaikum guys. আশা করি আপনারা সবাই ভালো আছেন। আজকে I have to be in Bangla right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So আমি আপনারা যারা আছেন আজকে, আমি বলছিলাম যে আজকে আসবো। আমি কিন্তু প্রথমে it's the first part of my life. So I will do the another one as well. So right now আমি যে কাজটা করলাম সেটা হলো যে আমরা বসে আছি এখানে আমাদের লাইব্রেরিতে, যেটা আমাদের হসপিটাল লাইব্রেরি, পার্টিকুলারলি ডক্টরসদের জন্য ডক্টরস লাইব্রেরি যেটাকে আমরা বলি। Obviously, we have privilege to be here, right?
Absolutely.
That no other people, right?
No other people.
Only you.
It's an exclusive here at the library.
Yeah, we can
Absolutely.
use it because, to be honest, it's for the doctors. It's the hospital's library. বাংলাদেশে হয়তো বা কোথাও নেই, কিন্তু এখানে আছে এগুলো। আমি বলি আজকে আমাদের যে কন্ট্রোভার্সিয়াল যে বিতর্কিত বিষয়টা, যেটাতে আমরা বাংলাদেশের মানুষ অলমোস্ট ডিভাইডেড, আমি মোর অর লেস দ্য পার্সেন্টেজ। তো আমি আজকে আমার বন্ধু হাইলি গ্রাজুয়েট, very privileged person, এবং যার political knowledge is beyond even your belief, and you can't imagine যে আপনারা বিশ্বাস করতে পারবেন না যে সে কি পরিমাণ পড়াশোনা করে প্রতিদিন। এই যে এখন কিন্তু তার ব্রেক টাইম। আমি যখন আপনাদের সাথে কথা বলবো সে কিন্তু এখানে লাইব্রেরিতে আছে। এই যে লাইব্রেরিতে বুকস আছে, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল জার্নাল আছে, সে এখানে পড়বে এবং তার জ্ঞানের ভান্ডার এবং পলিটিক্সের। অবভিয়াসলি হি ইজ এ হার্ডকোর ট্রাম্প সাপোর্টার টু।
Of course. I don't like his foreign policy, but I like his domestic policy.
Okay, so he doesn't like his foreign policy means he doesn't like his policy on Iran or Middle East, but he likes his domestic policy. That's a great answer, to be honest. I'm telling you that. I appreciate that at the same time. So guys, আমার ফ্রেন্ড, ক্লোজ ফ্রেন্ড, বন্ধু, আমরা দুইজনই আমরা একই হসপিটালে কাজ করি, আমরা প্রশাসনে। তো আমি তাকে জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলাম এই বিষয়টা, আমি তার মতামতটা আমি আপনাদের কাছে মানে being an American, how does he see this thing? I mean, when the international divided on national anthem, stuff like that. Ed, tell me, look, I told you that our entire nation is divided on national anthem issue. So national anthem, many countries around the world changed it in the past many times, and it looked like our government ministers and other distinct like individuals and distinguished people, particularly who are in the administration of the present government, they don't like that the people are talking about. Do you think it's offensive to talk about the national anthem when people are divided? People think that the guy who wrote that, I mean, he's not a non-Bangladeshi. Also, it doesn't represent Bangladesh properly. That's why people are divided on that. What is your opinion? You can look at the camera.
Well, my opinion is that what is an anthem? We have to define what a national anthem is. It's actually the spirit of the country. So if it doesn't,
spirit of the country.
Spirit of the country.
Okay, got you.
So if the spirit of the country is not represented in that song, it should be taken upon a legitimate vote and changed. It's not like it's the Bible or the Quran, the basic
that you cannot change it.
It's not a holy book or anything like that.
Yeah. Nice answer.
So I think that if it doesn't represent the people, it should be changed. Like for me, I'm a Christian, and I like Christian songs. I don't listen to hardcore metal songs or anything like that. So I'm not going to have that in my house. So anything that you don't want in your own personal house, even like the national anthem, you should change it, because this is ultimately the government should serve the people, and if the people are against this national anthem, the government must change the anthem.
Okay, so we know that. What is your take on that? That many people, even in big countries like United States of America, Russia, France, they changed their national anthem in the past. So you're gonna say that if it is controversial or people think that they should have a say on that, they should take into consideration?
They should take it into consideration. I would just take a vote on it, a majority vote, change it, and that's what I would do.
Vote?
Yeah, on a vote.
What do you mean by that?
Like-
so like a
Should-
vote.
should we
So
change-
people say the yes or no.
Yes or no?
Something like that.
That's right. That's right. And if you say yes, then we get somebody.
We're gonna look at the
Then if they say yes, then we get somebody to change it, and then we get the people to elect it. You give them like a sample of the song, the people vote on the song, and then we adopt it because the people adopted it.
Wow. So it shouldn't be dependent on the politicians whether you like or not.
No.
It should be dependent on the people
On the
of
people.
that country.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I mean, nice answer. I mean, you guys see that what he said. He said that national anthem, obviously, it is respected. It should be respected.
Right.
Always. But he said it is not a Bible or Quran that you cannot change it.
Right.
If the people demand to change,
Right.
the government should be
Should
taken
change it.
into account or
Yeah,
consideration
absolutely.
to do that. Fantastic answer. So he said, it's a nice answer. He said that they should call for a vote on that.
Vote on the song. Yes.
That whether you should do you think that it should change
Right.
or not?
Right.
So what if there is a now it's a good question about voting, but the problem is, I have to tell you that, to be honest, the voting rights is been very limited right now in our country. That's what I have to tell you.
Well,
You gotta look at the camera.
yeah. So basically, whatever you permit in your environment grows. You have the government that you've permitted in your environment, right? So if people aren't taking to the streets, if you don't like your own government, then it's up to the people to have a unified, basically, proposition to change or to basically adopt a new form of government, right? So that's what I.
What is the way of forming the government?
What is a way? Well, peaceful protest, basically.
Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protests.
How about if they shot at you, they kill you, the armed forces? I mean, so you say the peaceful protest, it is only applied or applicable to those countries when they have a right to exercise their protest against the government. When it is limited, what is your option on that?
Well,
You're gonna look at the camera.
Well, first of all, you have to question why is it limited. You know what I mean? And then I would try to expand the limitation somehow.
Why it is limited?
Yeah.
Because it is a democratic country, but the government is autocratic. Their mentality is like very autocratic. I mean, they don't want people to protest, and they don't want people to show their democratic rights or anything. I have to tell you that their voting rights been taken away from there, and we are the only country in the world where voting. America. What is the time we normally vote? 8 to 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.
Yes, it's about the.
But our country right now, we have to vote. People are allowed to vote only nighttime. There's no daytime voting because it's been shrunk
Right.
by the government. So, Edward, you said overall, you said that guys, whoever listened to you, okay, agree with you. One of the people said, Sanullah Nurma, it is time to change. Most of the people of our country want to change. That's what you just mentioned in that. What are the good things? Of course, it is the spirit of country. Look, he's agreed on that. It's probably his brother is from India. And he said that what do you say? There's many people are actually, they're agreeing with you. Let me see. Thank you. Some people are saying that thank you so much for this kind of live that I actually brought you in there.
Oh, thank you.
And you just giving your opinion. Appreciate your effort, brother. Thank you so much. Like I say, that my friend Edward, he's very knowledgeable guy. You can't believe that how much books he reads every day. It's unbelievable. Look, right now I supposed to go in my car because to be honest, আমি যেটা বলি সেটা হলো যে উত্তেজিত হয়ে আমি যখন কথা বলবো, যখন আমি নাহিদ রেইন এবং আপনার এই তাসিনেশনকে নিয়ে আমি কথা বলবো, তখন কিন্তু আমি এখানে বসে কথা বলতে পারবো না, কারণ এটা ভালো লোকের জায়গা। ইটস এ প্লেস ফর রিডিং। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই আমি গাড়িতে যাই, সেখানে আমার ইচ্ছা মতো বাংলা ভাষায় আমি কথাবার্তা বলতে পারি আপনাদের সাথে। কিন্তু সে কিন্তু এখানে বসছে এবং obviously is a really conservative American. He's very religious at the same time. He's a Christian guy, but very religious. That's a good thing. We want change. Some people are saying that. Yeah. So, Edward, to be honest, I got your opinion on that. Right. Okay, what are you gonna tell to the people when they cannot vote despite it's a democratic country. Their rights of voting, exercising their democratic rights to be shrunk. What are you going to tell them? What they should do?
Well,
Look at the camera.
you have to tell them that, you know what, that you are a significant part of the country and that your voice matters. And you need the right tools. You have to start a grassroots campaign. You have to knock on every door, knock on every hamlet and hilltop. And you have to organize yourself. You have to create little groups of liberty groups to organize and set your country on a new path, basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
But obviously, now you're gonna tell the people that it's the people. Look, the people. Shujon Tuhin. He's saying we need a change. It's a great bro. Everyone actually praising you. Come, brother. Welcome, brother. Thank you so much. So you say that, like, you know, the country like Bangladesh, like third world countries, when like the rising countries, right, financially, like we call developing countries, something like that. If you know that, I mean, American power influence on them, obviously.
Right.
So people, when they have a government of dictatorship or something like that, like autocratic or authoritarian government, they should keep fighting for their rights. That's what
Keep
you're
fighting
saying?
peaceful protests. You have to hit them in the pocketbook, to be honest with you. You have to find out what business interests they have. You have to stop visiting those interests. You have to take your money out of the bank if possible. Start your own banks through blockchain. You have to make them feel
But you cannot be violent.
no violence. You don't have to be violent when you take the money out of the system. They're gonna feel it.
Like you were saying that these are the way to put pressure on the government.
You have to put pressure on the government by affecting
Or the regime or whatever.
their budget somehow.
Yeah.
You know, and so like I said, there's a lot of tools available. There's blockchain. There's organizing. There is set up your own votes. The technologies are there. To be honest with you.
So Edward, thank you so much. I know that he's an American. Obviously, his opinion on that to like peaceful protest to
Yeah.
change the regime, like
Yeah.
American or Western system.
And because the way it works is like this. Once you start getting violent, it gives them more permission to be more violent because they got more guns than you do, right? If you restrain yourself and you basically do peaceful protests, they can't do anything because they're the ones that are going to look bad in the end, right? So if you turn out to be violent with them, then that means they're just going to unleash hell on you, right? So you don't want that. You have to organize. You have to basically take the money out of the system somehow. You have to be unified and organized, basically.
So you said that, I mean, people, they got to keep fighting for their rights. They have to
Absolutely.
keep putting pressure on
Put
the
pressure
regime
on it.
that, and you say that if the people get united, no regime can be stayed in the power ignoring their pressure.
No,
That's
you
what
can't.
tell
No,
them.
no, absolutely.
History telling us
History
that.
tells you that. Look at Gandhi. He basically got the English out of India without firing a single bullet.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's the model that you should follow.
And many authoritarian regime in the world, they're thrown out just by putting on pressure and protesting. Sometimes it's got violence of sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, so guys, you just say Sadiq Chaudhary, brother, don't take otherwise. When we get someone as a guest, your live should organize your question for guest. And I didn't get the other thing. Okay, your government should arrange a referendum for our anthem. Here we go. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Referendum in voting. Same thing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Thank you so much for the answer, comment, because referendum.
Right.
That's the way out of the great way to get out of this controversial
Right, absolutely.
mess. Edward, thank you so much for your always valuable opinion on that. I really appreciate it it's highly appreciated that you actually sit here.
Thank you,
Despite you are very busy.
Thank you
Here
for
we go.
joining us.
Okay, tell something to the Bangladeshi people.
Thank you for joining us, and just remember, when your hope dies, your country dies. And just keep on voting, keep on fighting, because there's nothing more precious than freedom.
Hope dies. You say, what do you say? When your hope dies,
Your freedom dies.
your freedom dies. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Excellent.
That's it.
How are you, doctor?
Yeah.
Very nice, Edward. Thank you so much. Okay, also, let me... Guys, এখন আপনারা যারা আছেন লাইনে আছেন আমি আপনাদেরকে দেখাই look at this is a library the doctor's library in our hospital. Look at that. How nice. এই যে এখন পর্যন্ত গেছে যে একজন ডক্টর গেলেন, আমি তাদেরকে ডিস্টার্ব করতে চাই না, কারণ এতক্ষণ আমরা দুইজন ছিলাম, এখন দুইজন ডক্টর এখানে আসছেন, যদিও উইকেন্ড, they have many things to do, so I don't want to disturb them, You see that? How library, these are all medical journal, the new journals and everything here that come out on many disease or anything else that they read out. This is a light actually right turned off, but very nice here. Look at that, it's beautiful. See, and Columbia Encyclopedia, all of the everything. So আপনাদেরকে বলি সেটা হচ্ছে ধন্যবাদ আপনাদেরকে জয়েন করার জন্য। আমি আসতেছি একটু পরে আবার। আমি এখন যেহেতু বাংলা কথা বলবো, I have to look for my space to sit somewhere else. এখানে আমি বসতে পারবো না, কারণ এতক্ষণ আমি আমার ফ্রেন্ড ছিলাম, বাট এখন দুইজন ডাক্তার অলরেডি চলে এসেছেন, যদিও উইকেন্ড, বাট তাদের কাজ আছে, তারা করবেন। আমি উই ক্যান নট বি লাউড ওভার হিয়ার। তো ভালো থাকবেন আপনারা সবাই, কথা হবে আমি একটু পরে, আমি আসতেছি আবার।